About time.
So credit and how it works. So when you're applying for credit, you want to keep a couple of things in mind. Now, this is not going to be everything about credit because you do have some credit professionals that know a little bit more than I do, but based on my profession, as I've seen it over the past 11 years, here are some of the things I picked up along the way from those professionals. Mostly the biggest things, right? So when you have credit, you want to make sure whatever the limit is on the credit card, that you do not exceed 10 to 30% of the limit. So if the limit is $1,000, you never want to spend more than $300, or you never want to have more than $300 on the credit card. What that does is tells creditors that you are responsible with your credit, that you're not going to max it out every time that you have a credit increase or having the credit that you have right now. Now, knowing that, when you pay your bill, you want to pay your bill 7 days, close to 7 days from the due date. Because if you wait until the due date, sometimes credit bureaus or the creditors report whatever that balance is to the creditors prior to your due date. So it's like a hidden date that they have. But if you pay 7 days before that date, you'll be good, so that your payment registers and that it shows you below that 30% or below that 10%. Now, as far as longevity is another one that a lot of the creditors tell you that helps with having multiple accounts. So if you got 2 or 3, 4 or 5 different credit cards, you want to make sure you have time on them. So the sooner you can get a credit card, the better. It doesn't mean you have to use it. So if you're 18 and you want to get a credit card, go ahead and get a credit card, just don't use it. You want to start showing that longevity of owning credit and not utilizing all of it. All of these things will help boost your credit score and build you up a lot faster. And you don't want to pay it off all the way. For example, if you go charge that $300 and you pay it off before the cycle ends, all you're telling the creditors is that you do not need credit. Hence, that's why your credit score is not going up. If you keep the balance at 0, they're saying, hey, this person doesn't necessarily need credit because they can pay all their bills on time. So you want to be able to, even if you get to the 300, you want to pay it down to 100 and just leave that 100 on there to carry over past the next pay period and go to the next pay period. You always want to have something active on the credit card. And if you have 4 or 5 different credit cards, specify them for specific things. Like this card is for groceries, this card is for gas, this card is for miscellaneous expenses, this card is for getting my hair cut and doing my nails or whatever, right? And then as those bills come up, of course, you just pay them down, just don't pay them off, and that'll boost your credit score up. All right, we out.